until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. On June 23, 2025, 47-year-old fitness influencer Brian Liver King Johnson posted this video to Instagram.
Joe Rogan, I'm calling you out. My name's Liver King. Man to man. I'm picking a fight with you. I have zero training in jiu-jitsu. You're a black belt. You should dismantle me.
Brian Johnson, known publicly as Liver King, had built an entire brand around the concept of primal dominance. Raw meat. Extreme physical discipline. An identity constructed on the idea that modern men had gone soft. For millions of followers, he represented something countercultural, a rejection of comfort, a return to instinct. But on June 23, 2025, that brand collided with criminal statute. And the results, documented across police reports, court filings, and his own publicly posted video footage, tell a story far more complicated than a viral stunt gone wrong. Before we go deeper into what the case files actually show, make sure you're subscribed to the Dark Discovery Files, because we don't just cover the story, we follow the evidence. It began with a video. Posted to Instagram, Brian issued a direct challenge to podcast host and media personality Joe Rogan. The language was specific. He acknowledged Rogan held a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He acknowledged he had zero training. And he issued the challenge anyway, man to man, his words, publicly documented and preserved in the police record as evidence. The following day, he posted again. He was in Austin, Rogan City.
The next day, Brian posted another video revealing that he'd arrived in Austin, Texas, the home of Joe Rogan's podcast studio.
Just pulling up to the capital of Texas. What's the capital of Texas? What's the capital of Texas? Houston. It's Houston.
The city where Rogan's podcast studio operates. He picked a fight with a real one. That is what he said on camera. He picked a fight with a real one. Austin police did not wait. What is notable in the official record is the deliberateness of their response. Officers moved without uniforms. They entered the hotel quietly. They wanted no spectacle.
Guess what?
Officers with the Austin Police Department locate Brian at a hotel and move in to arrest him on a misdemeanor warrant, hoping to avoid negative publicity through an altercation with a high-profile influencer. They move through the hotel covertly without their uniforms and speak with him directly. Brian agrees to go with the officers, first taking a moment to say a prayer with his team.
To discern what matters, nothing that doesn't. To discern what matters. To be profitable with time. Bridge the gap, the delta of perfect into God's life. King time. That's walking with the light. That's God's time. That's your time. I ask that you protect us while I'm walking your light.
We're going to go down this way.
They were hoping, the records suggest, to avoid the kind of public confrontation that would only amplify the situation. What they found was a man prepared to document everything. He instructed his team to live stream. He kept his phone. He told them, everything is the truth, nothing is a lie, record it all. He was placed in handcuffs and transported to the station. In the back of the patrol car, he asked about Texas.
Do you guys put handcuffs on people in the back of the car?
Yeah, everyone's got to go in handcuffs.
Inside the car, though? How come?
Departmental policy. Yeah.
Because it seems pretty protected.
Okay. Thanks, excellent. Okay.
What day is that? Today's Monday? Monday or Tuesday?
Today's Tuesday.
Oh my God, it's Tuesday.
He talked about Poland. He mentioned meetings he had forgotten he had scheduled for Tuesday. At the station, the interrogation room footage, now part of the public record, captures something that is harder to categorize than the charge itself. Brian Johnson does not behave like a man who understands the gravity of what has occurred. He asks whether the recording can go on social media. He negotiates over his phone with forensic precision, pointing out that the detective said, "Do you mind?" rather than issuing a lawful directive. He is, in a clinical sense, composed, but composed in a way that many who watched the footage described as deeply concerning.
Do you mind? I saw that you have your phone on. You mind if I have that? You're not allowed to have a phone in here per policy.
Oh, I already posted everything that I had in here.
Okay.
Is that okay? Because do I need to undo that?
No, that's fine. But just
so you're asking me the question If it's a demand, you guys can do whatever you need to do. But you said, do you mind? Yeah, I mind. It's my phone, and it's what I have on me right now. So maybe there's a protocol, and you should use different language.
Well, so I don't want to demand, like, I don't want to be disrespectful or any sort of, like, I'm trying to show you the utmost respect. So I'm just asking. Okay, I'm just asking. You don't think I'm being respectful to you?
Well, think about this. You said, do you mind? Yeah, I mind. So the answer is yes, I mind.
Okay. Can you give me your phone?
I could.
Will you give me your phone, please?
I would like not to do that.
Okay.
He picked a fight with a real one. The detective read him his Miranda rights. Brian's first question was procedural. If he terminated the interview, when could he leave? The answer, that he was already under arrest, appeared to genuinely surprise him.
The detective reads Brian his Miranda rights, then asks if he understands each of them.
There's one that I don't. If I have the right to terminate this interview at any time, what would happen next?
And then you and I are done talking.
And then can I leave?
Yes, sir. You'll be arrested and go down to the jail.
Oh, so I'm not arrested?
You are arrested. That's what I'm saying. When we're done talking.
Okay, I'll terminate this interview.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Okay.
Talk to you, Jeff.
He said he didn't see it coming. Then he said it was awesome. Here is the question that reframes everything. If a man documents his own escalation in real time, posts it publicly, names his target by name, travels to that target's city with weapons and a handgun case bearing that target's logo, at what point does the content creator become the subject of his own true crime file? That is not a rhetorical flourish. That is the operational question Austin detectives were required to answer. According to the official police record, an officer with the Violent Crimes Task Force spoke with Brian's own executive protection employee. That employee confirmed the contents of the black box, the one with the Joe Rogan Experience sticker on top.
According to police records, Brian posted another video in which he was seen carrying a medieval axe, as well as a black box with a Joe Rogan Experience sticker on the top. Though he was secretive about the box's contents, investigators would later find out what.
Inside, 2 custom-made staccato pistols. The stated intention, according to that employee, was that they were gifts.
Reward is worth it.
According to police records, an officer with the Violent Crimes Task Force spoke with Brian's executive protection employee, Justin. When asked about the contents of the black box donning the Joe Rogan podcast sticker, Justin claimed it held 2 custom-made staccato pistols that were meant to be gifts for Joe Rogan.
Investigators also documented that Joe Rogan was contacted directly. He confirmed he had no prior relationship with Brian Johnson.
Happened.
Records state that officers spoke with Joe Rogan himself, who was made aware of the threats by his own security team. Joe Rogan claimed he'd never had any sort of contact with Brian and was unaware of why he would be targeting him. He went on to say that he feels that Brian appears to be, quote, significantly unstable and seems like he needs help.
No contact. No context. He told officers, according to the record, that Brian appeared significantly unstable and seemed to need help. He picked a fight with a real one. The charge filed was terroristic threat causing fear of imminent serious bodily injury, a serious criminal designation under Texas law, distinct from a simple threat. It carries specific legal weight, requiring that the target experience genuine fear of imminent harm. The use of that statute signals something important. Investigators were not treating this as a publicity stunt. They were treating it as a credible threat pattern.
But what happened is, you picked a fight, Joe Rogan, with another man, a real one. Maybe a worthy one. Maybe not the one that you thought you'd pick a fight with. And so now there's real consequences.
Brian posted a $20,000 bond the following day. The conditions of his release were standard for cases of this nature. No contact with the named victim or his family. GPS monitoring. He posted another video that same morning.
From jail. As a condition of his release, he was ordered to have no contact with the victim or his family and to wear a GPS monitor. The next morning, Brian posted a new video to Instagram, suggesting he still has future plans involving Joe Rogan.
If anybody knows where Seth Rogen's, the other version of him that rhymes with blow, if anyone knows where its family's going to be today, if you could let my team know so that we can stay within 200 yards, not close to them, to stay away from them. Oh, please, actually, I redact that. Don't do anything to their family. If anyone who's around us can alert us that
there might be anyone with the last name Rogan around, then I'll happily go the other 200 yards.
In it, he referenced members of Rogan's family by name and asked followers to notify him if anyone with the last name Rogan was nearby, so he could maintain the court-mandated distance. That video remains publicly accessible.
Many of Brian's followers expressed their concerns with his mental state after he posted the following video.
Because I'm here all week, I don't know if you heard. Rogan versus Liver King, period, C-O-M. All week, this week. It started on Monday. It's going to go through at least Friday. It may go over the weekend, but no longer than that. I'm going to record a lot of videos this week. And then I'm not going to record any for a long time.
The case was ultimately dismissed in November of 2025, following Brian's completion of required counseling classes.
I'm picking a fight.
According to court documents, 47-year-old Brian Liver King Johnson was charged with terroristic threat causing fear of imminent serious bodily injury. His case was dismissed in November of 2025, following the completion of required counseling classes. Get less restricted content and an unfiltered look at our cases.
Under Texas law, this outcome is documented in the court record. The charge, the arrest, the counseling requirement, all of it is public. What is not resolved, what the case file cannot answer, is the deeper question about what happens when a personal brand is built so completely around aggression and primal dominance that the line between performance and conduct becomes genuinely indistinguishable. Not for the audience, not for law enforcement, perhaps not even for the individual himself. The Austin Police Department case file for Brian Johnson, case filed June 2025, is a matter of public record. The court documents from Travis County are accessible through the Texas Court Records portal. Read them. Read the charge language. Read the conditions of release. Then come back and tell us in the comments. Where does the content end and the conduct begin? If this case made you think, like this video, share it, and turn on notifications for the Dark Discovery files. We follow the evidence, every time. Subscribe now, because the next case is already filed.